What's up everyone? Are you tired of losing to the sweats every single time? Well, today we change that with these 5 secret tips that I'm about to provide. They will instantly improve your gameplay even if you're just starting out or you're an average player ready to make the jump to the sweats. So let's get into it. Secret number one, always use cover and right hand peek. Your number one job in this game is to stay alive and take as less damage as possible. That means use cover while fighting. Never stand in the open. Use a rock, use a wall, use a tree, use a car, anything that you can hide behind, and peek from right hand shoulder to fire at the enemy will give you advantage. You will be able to put damage on them while they can't shoot you because of the right hand peek advantage you have. Never shoot from left side, because if you do a left hand peek you expose your full body. So right hand peek breaks the camera view and you're able to see your enemy, but while they can't. Let me demonstrate with an example. In this clip right here, inside a bunker there's an enemy and I'm using right hand peek trying to put damage on him. I missed my shots, but I always stay consistent with the right hand peek. I get the damage and then I pushed for the kill. Secret number two, keep your distance. Don't rush in. I see beginners making this mistake every single time. They see a player, they want to get in close, get a first note, and they tend to die 99% of the time. Keep your distance. You want to keep it at least about 10 to 15 meters away distance, from a player. That way you can put some damage on them, and if you get hurt you can escape. If you're close about like 5 feet, there's nothing really you can do. By the time you try to run away, they will finish you up. But if you have 15 meters, that gives you that safety net, that if things go south you can disengage, and if you put enough damage on them you can push them then to finish up the kill. So always keep minimum distance in a fight before going in for that kill. So here's an example. I see a guy on the hill on the other side. I'm gonna use this rock with the right hand peek that we learned. So I'm gonna try to put damage on him, and only when I have put enough damage on him where I have a big advantage, that I'm gonna use my mobility to push up close to him and try to finish him up and get that kill. Tip number three, bait them like fish. This is my favorite by far. This is how you beat the sweats every time. When the sweats get aggressive and they start pushing you, don't run in a straight line. Bait them. Use your speed, use the cover that you have near, and try to set up a trap. Go over the hill and go around the building and wait for that right hand peek and let them run at you with the aggression, and use that aggression against them. And when running away, always use the sprint and slide tactic to get more momentum and basically make it a little bit difficult for them to hit you, or use a vehicle to create that distance. And then when you have a spot where you can have advantage and they're in the open, that's when you fire back and you catch them off guard and you bait them like a fish. Let me demonstrate with an example over here. So I get damage and I'm gonna run away from here because I don't have a advantage at the moment. I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna get my heals up and I'm gonna go find the advantage. I know he's being aggressive. He's gonna continue to push me, and because he's a sweat and he's kill hungry. And over here now we got health up and we got this rock, so we're gonna stay here. And now I'm gonna use my right hand peek to put damage on him and finish him, and his aggression is what backfired. I took the opportunity, I stayed patient, and I let him push me, and I used his aggression to turn things around on him. Tip number four, use small damage to get big wins. So you don't always have to go for that big shot, or even small damage can add up quickly. Just stay in cover, try to peek and try to break their shields, try to get a little bit damage, and even a little bit damage is enough to cause panic. And when you have that advantage, then you want to try to push in for that kill. But make sure when you're pushing that you are pushing from cover to cover, you are not exposing yourself too much. So once you have basically cracked their shields, you have done a little bit of damage, that's when you have to push in. Do not risk it, just be patient, wait for the opportunity, and before you start pushing in. So let me demonstrate with the example over here. So there's this guy outside the bunker, as you see, and I'm just waiting and holding the angle, and I'm just trying to put shots on him. And as you can see, as soon as I get little bit damage on him, he starts panicking. And now we have reversed the role. He went from being an aggressive player, now after that he has taken damage, he's gone on defensive mode, and now he does not want to fight back. He's running, he's panicking, and I'm able to just go in and get that kill, all because I stayed patient and I chipped away on little damage, and I did not show aggression until I got that damage that I had, so I can get the advantage and make him go from aggressive mode to defensive mode. Tip number 5, very simple tip: stop moving. Seriously, stop moving. Like, there's gonna be time where you're gonna get beamed, or where a fight goes south, maybe you got third partied. If you can take the opportunity and break the line of sight from the opponent, maybe you went behind a mountain or you went inside a building, and you can break that line of sight, try to hide in a difficult spot where they don't necessarily think that you're gonna hide. Like, for example, if there's a tree and a bush, and you're gonna go inside the bush, that's the first place the player would look. So maybe you want to, instead of the bush, go behind a car or something, like the enemy wouldn't expect you to hide. And then from there on, stay still until they start looking for you, and they walk past you, or you can wait for the opportunity to get a clear shot at them, and turn the fight in your favor. But you need to stop panicking, and you need to stop moving. It's very important that a lot of time, don't always go for the first place that you can think of to hide. I always think, where would I look first? So if you have multiple places to hide, think which one is the weirdest place, where would you hide first, and then do the opposite, because that's exactly what your opponent would think, that hey, he went over here, he's probably done this. So always try to be unpredictable, and don't panic. Try to stay still, because you might get the opportunity to turn that fight around. And believe me, so many times, if you're just still enough, people will just keep looking and then move on, thinking you rotated away, and you might have the opportunity to basically move from cover to cover, or basically get away from that situation. As long as you can keep surviving, you have the chance to win the fight. Get heals, get back into the fight. So be sneaky, Chad, be sneaky. So basically, the 5 tips that you need: use cover, keep distance, bait them if you can, and try to chip away any damage possible, and stop moving to surprise them. And use these 5 tips starting today, and you will start seeing that you're gonna be winning more fights instantly. Let me know which tip helped you out in the comments below, and if you learned something new today, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching, and good luck.